Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 2 of PGM India Mutual Fund presents Live Mint, Amend, Adjust and Adapt. This is a series of high-powered discussions and analysis where we're trying to look at various success mantras in what is likely to be the new normal in the post-COVID world. Now, I'm Vikram Chandra, founder of Heritage. Today, we're going to be looking at the topic of health and well-being. And obviously, in the middle of coronavirus, I think all of us are thinking about our health a lot more than we ever really want to be doing. I don't think for 120 days, a single day has gone by when somebody has not on WhatsApp sent me some message saying, "Ye khao, tumhe coronavirus nahi hoga." And I don't know why, maybe I'm just skeptical by nature. Something tells me 95% of that is probably a hoax, right? Is that really something which you can do to ye khao and coronavirus nahi hoga? Maybe some of it is more true, eat healthy and
Well,
zinc tablets or whatever.
I just think it's like saying कि शादी कर लो तो प्यार हो जाएगा. It's one of those kind of things. You need to look at immunity as something that you do on a daily basis, and you are committed to leading a healthy lifestyle forever. That's how immunity or health or good shape, fitness, glowing skin, or whatever else that one is looking for is built. It doesn't come out of a bottle. It's not something that, okay, now that it's the big hashtag topic of like immunity or immunity booster or whatever, that I'm going to open a zinc tablet, a calcium tablet, an omega-3 tablet, a vitamin C, and everything's going to get all right with me. I do know that chemists have run out of vitamin C stores, so vitamin C tablets. That's the kind of mad rush that we are having for just popping pills. But immunity is not something which comes out of a pill or a potion or an app or a product. It has to be something which is more commonsensical. Wake up on time, sleep on time, have a routine, even if you're not going to office. Eat at home and work out at least for 20-30 minutes every single day, even if it's just a couple of Surya Namaskars that you're doing daily. So, but common sense will not make it to a WhatsApp forward. It's poor for business. It's not something that one can sensationalize or talk about. So you're absolutely right in being a skeptic with all those WhatsApp forwards. You've got to go with your gut and common sense at all points of time.
Stick to the common sense and stick to all the good old things that people have been telling you all this time.
Yeah.
Guys, eat healthy. That's really interesting because when we think about the dark side of the pandemic, and obviously there's been a dark side, but there are also other aspects of it. For starters, the air, right? The air that we have breathed for a long period of time has probably been much better and much cleaner, and the rest of it. Which is that if you had to give 3 or 4 items of advice to people for physical well-being, takeaways from this, somebody who's watching this, what should they do for however much longer this continues?
Well, I really think that, during this lockdown, we focused a lot on what we can do as people to stay healthy, whether it is eating right or sleeping on time or regulating how much time we spend watching TV and stuff like that. But I think now we also need to get much more sensitive to the whole spectrum of health, even as a public or, as a republic. We need to be asking for cities to be built with green spaces, to be built with proper footpaths and cycling tracks, so that in the future, should we have something like this, we are at least able to go out safely and walk or exercise as a default mechanism. See, currently in urban India, not exercising, being in the car all the time, double parking and stuff like that is a default mechanism because as one gets more affluent, one feels like that's a safer way to go around the place. And what we are recognizing now is all of these things, not exercising, not going out in the open, not eating your food at home, eating more packaged stuff. This is exactly the stuff that makes us obese. And once you have obesity and all of the non-communicable diseases that come with it, then you're that much more vulnerable to any virus or any new organism, that may come even later in the future. I mean, we do know right now that the ones who are at a bigger risk are the ones who are obese and are having NCDs. And if we have to prevent that obesity and NCDs, then we will need regulation on packaged and processed food. We will need footpaths and open spaces. We will need high rises to be built with bigger parks and lesser car parks. I think we need to now demand for those things much more actively. It needs to become more mainstream and not really be thinking about health just as an individual responsibility. Even our healthcare systems, like Dr. Parekh was saying earlier, that we are overwhelming the doctors because actually we were never prepared for this. And it's not that, we didn't have the time to build this. So now that we have been forced to face our shortcomings, I think we just need to have a focused approach and build everything that's needed to stay healthy.